Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am live from Mindset Monday. And normally we talk about personal excellence and entrepreneurship, right? This is going to be strictly to the entrepreneurs and people looking to start a business, right? I spent the entire weekend with somebody I respect a great deal, Jason Cisneros. And the entire weekend, we had great entrepreneurs that have built real businesses that are going to go out and help other entrepreneurs fix all the shit that they have done wrong. And it is epic and it is incredible going and doing deep dives on a lot of these businesses that we thought were successful, that we thought were going to be able to be sellable assets. And the reality is, very few businesses are actually sellable assets. And I think it's something like 7% of businesses actually get sold. And when you look at that, you realize that the, everybody, almost all entrepreneurs are getting it wrong. If you think about that, 7%, that means only 7% of people actually did it the right way, where someone else would step in and buy their business. Okay, that is insanely low. All right, that also means there's a massive opportunity. What's the opportunity? Well, if you can build a business the right way, scale it out the right way, build the assets the right way, okay, and build it where it doesn't need you to be there all the time. There's a massive opportunity in that because very few people actually know how to do that. All right. And it starts with the basics. And basically that's what we went over this entire weekend is how do we take an entrepreneur that maybe doesn't have everything together, but they have a successful business, a business that's doing seven figures, a year, um, even if they are profitable. Like think about it. If you're doing $2 million a year, 10% margins, you're netting 200,000. That is a decent business, but is it sellable? Right? Does it have everything squared away where someone could look there, do their due diligence, understand that it is an asset, it's not a liability, and actually make an offer? And the reality is, even with those numbers, that might not necessarily be a sellable business because if that business needs the owner there, then it's just a high paying job, right? And I think the majority of entrepreneurs today are sitting there with a very, very high paying job. That's when we went and looked at a lot of different companies this weekend and did our analysis. It looked like the majority of people just built a very, very well paying job for themselves. Okay. That's not it's not a terrible thing, it's not a great thing, but it shows you a starting point, right? So what I would tell you guys, if you guys really want to check it out, I will drop my link in here. I will drop a link in here to an assessment, and you can actually see how sellable is your business right now, right? I went through it. I'll tell you, I got like a 83 out of 100, and I know I still have a ton of things that I actually have to do to make this a sellable asset. Not that that is ever my intent. I love what I do. I don't want to sell. I'll probably do this as long as I can. However, it would be nice to know that I do have an asset that I've been working on building this entire time and not a very, very high paying job. Right. And if I can notice things in my business that does that, I think everybody can. And I'm not saying that because I think I'm a great entrepreneur. I actually know I'm not. I know that I've made a lot of mistakes over and over and over again, but those mistakes have allowed me to fix my business and improve my business at every turn. And I think that is the mindset that entrepreneurs have to take. Is okay, what's wrong now? What can I improve? Make those adjustments, make those improvements, measure it, and then repeat that process. And the more times you can repeat that process, right, and you have that built in, we're talking about mindset today. If that is your mindset of, oh, okay, I'm going to look at the business objectively, figure out what assets I have to build them, and then repeat that process, you will get to a point where you actually have a business you're proud of, a business that runs without you, and a business that's an actual sellable asset. All right. And the reason why most people don't do that, what's going on, Tony? The reason why most people don't do that is because no one's ever taught them. They don't know that they need certain things in place. They don't know that they need the certain protections. That they need predictability in their marketing, right? And once a business is set up and established that way, you probably won't want to sell it because it's going to be a lot more fun to work on instead of work in, right? And that's the biggest lie we tell ourselves is, hey, we'll get to this when we can. We'll get to this, when we have free time, and we never actually have the free time to sit down and work on the business. All right. And I think this is a very, very powerful exercise that everybody should be doing. So I challenge you guys to get into that mindset. All right. Get into the mindset of, what can I do to improve my business? What assets do I have to build? All right. And then once you get into that mindset, then it's just how and what first. Okay. I hope that helped you guys. I'll drop the link in here if you guys want to take that assessment. Otherwise, if you need anything, reach out. All right. Crush it this week. Happy Mindset Monday.